Hey, sweetie pie.
Hi, Dad.
Hey. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
The first question. Uh, Tell me about how you developed a burden for evangelism.
Well, it's kind of hard to even figure that out because when I first became a believer, I remember I was a little kid, maybe in middle school, and I felt really, like from that point, I remember feeling really excited about sharing my faith with people.
Okay.
I read Share Jesus Without Fear with like my middle school cell group. I started talking to my friends. I think the main thing was that I realized like the most important thing in life is to like work on the afterlife, I guess. And I was really blown away by the fact that I could have a relationship with God and be guaranteed to go to heaven. And so I wanted to tell my friends about that. And over time it grew because I actually did experience loss. When I was in 8th grade, I lost a really close friend of mine. And up until that point, I had been reaching out to her and giving her the gospel. And she ended up becoming a believer like a couple months before she died. And I remember at that point, that was like a really big turning point in my relationship with God, where I like realized how like short life is and how unexpected like life goes. And so that kind of fueled me into later years, realizing like, especially as I'm getting older, even though I'm only 26, you know, I still feel like at like time going by, you see like you just see things happen, and it's just so important to like share with people what actually matters, which is the gospel. So
I like you sharing with Ice about Christ.
yeah,
And coming to Christ helped you be able to grieve. And
yeah, that was a big thing.
okay.
So I think seeing, in short, how temporal life is and how important it is, like realizing that we're the messengers, you know, that's like, why not just go and share it with everyone who we could share it with.
Very cool. Hey, listen, so the second question is, how has your life changed since you've developed this burden for evangelism?
I think the main thing is I'm a lot more aware of the temporal part of life. So every time I interact with new people, that's like in the back of my head, does this person know God? Like, and so it's like something I want to ask about, something I'm like excited about, like figuring out. I think it's also propelled me to study a lot more about the Bible and a lot more about world religion in general. So like understanding why people believe what they believe. Like, how can we talk to people effectively who are from different cultural backgrounds or religious backgrounds? So it's like, it's definitely spurred me on to like want to grow my knowledge in spiritual stuff. I don't know what else. It has been something that has like completely changed my life and made my life more fulfilling and more exciting. Yeah.
I have come up with a third question.
What?
A lot of people, when they think about evangelism, have fear, like discomfort and all that. Has that ever happened to you? And if it has, how did you get through that?
Yes, of course. Partially, I don't think that much about what I say.
You're your mother's daughter.
I just kind of say things. And so if it is uncomfortable, I don't care that much. I just, I just power through and do it anyway. I don't know. I think like not caring what people think so much is a really important thing to learn, because, everyone struggles with that. Everyone's afraid at some point in their life, and especially like afraid of what people think about us. And I think in time that even it continues as an adult. I thought it was just something I would deal with as a kid. It's not true. As an adult, it is easy to be concerned with the way other people think of you. But I think the reality is it doesn't really matter, because what really matters is that the gospel is shared in a way that they understand. And so, I don't know. I think when it comes down to it, it doesn't actually matter that much what they care, what they think about you. What matters is that you're actually trying to share the good news with them effectively. You know, not just shoving it down their throat, but like really living out what the truth is as well. I don't know if that makes sense.
Very much. And you realize how proud your mom and I are of you.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, sweetie.